Evening, you lovely lot. Bit of a late one tonight. Late home from the garage and very grubby, dirty mechanic's hands today. So, yeah, as Matt said, it's not going to be anything to do with the coronation tonight. We're sod the coronation. Uh, Anything we like, Coronation Chicken, exactly, or Coronation Street. That is the only coronation we're going to be doing. The link is up in the side chat if you want to come and jump in on the StreamYard tonight. You're very welcome to do so. Hit the link, it is over that side on the side chat. Click the StreamYard link, come in and jump in, grab a camera, and I'm sure we'll get Matt to come in and have a little say so with the boys. Andy's about as well, Darren's here. Darren, I hope the foot's a little bit better, mate, because I do know that Darren had a little bit of a sickie this week. So, Grey Wolf, good evening to you, mate. And Lily is here as well. So, oh, and Ray's Moto Live. So, evening to the crew. And Howie's about in the background as well. So, as I say, if you want to come and jump in on the link tonight, you're welcome to do so. We've got 11 watching. Don't forget, give it the thumbs up. Greg Goddard, evening to Greg as well. Now, I've had a lot of messages tonight off of my post that I did with the Lexmoto LXR. Came in and poor running, and it just wouldn't start after 5 or 6 attempts. Took the plug out. Plug was good, bit dirty, bit greasy, bit grubby. Changed it out for a brand new plug. Tried to turn it over, would not start. And obviously said to him, "What have you filled it up with?" I've put E10 in the bike. Now, here's the thing. If it worked on E10, it would have fired straight up, but we did a full tank drain. Soon as we put the E5 in it, primed the system, hit that start button, the bike started, no issues whatsoever. So if people reckon that E10 is okay for your bike, then why did the bike not start? And as I always say, if you've got a 125, for the extra couple of pence it is per litre, go and stick the decent E5 in. A lot of people are saying, well, you can't get E5 anywhere. You can only get E10. It is absolute twaddle. There is always going to be E5 about because there are cars, motorcycles, all vehicles like that pre a certain year cannot be run on E10 fuel. So exactly. So if you can't get E5 for your bike, shop around. Shell will always do it. BP will always have a little bit of E5, and some of the prime stations, and also Tesco do momentum. Um, Chicken curry. Evening all, says Greg. Howie's here. Yeah, hi folks. Hi Howie. And Andy said, "Why are we waiting? Why are we waiting?" I am here. You should be looking. It is working. I did check. StreamYard is up and running, and we're all good. But as I say, it's personal choice. If you want to try and risk E10 in your bike, I certainly wouldn't be putting E10 in any of my bikes that I've got of my own. Stick to the E5. Andy runs E10, I believe. So the big bikes will run on E10, but most 125s will not run on E10 fuel. Some of them will, some of them won't. Obviously, refer to the handbook or ask your main dealer. A lot of bike shops are getting it wrong and saying, "Oh yeah, you can put E10 in your bike," when it clearly says on the bike, right at the top of the tank, E5 only. Quick good evening to Leyland. Welcome along, buddy. Good to see you on the stream. And we had a lot of bikes in this week. So I have I've been in at 6 this morning. We had a late night till about 7:30 tonight. Time I got home 7:45. Finally managed to get my little 125 DT Yamaha 2-stroke working, so that is all good. And I'm on the last bit of putting the Suzuki GSXR 600 back together, which is a carb bike as well. So I've got a lot of carb rebuilds that I'm doing at the moment, but set of forks done this morning. Having an absolute blast. As someone said to me this morning, "Have you done the forks on your bike yet?" I went, "No." I am waiting to get it across to Darren Spears, because Darren Spears is the fork king. He's really good at doing forks. So I'm going to be passing him mine, and no doubt he'll chuck me a couple of little Chinese 125s to work on. But as I say, if you want to come and jump in on the StreamYard, going to put the link up one more time. Go across there, that side, and click the StreamYard link, grab yourself a camera, grab yourself a microphone, come in and jump in on the chat and have a little bit of fun with us. There is not much to do this weekend. Yeah, sod this boring. Oh, all right. it's like watching paint dry. Now, I am got 2 or 3 subjects that I am going to be covering tonight. If you didn't see the Wednesday night midweek mumble, we'll bring him on in a minute. He's sitting down in my green room. We did the Wednesday night midweek mumble, and it was very, very good. I had to bail after about an hour because I was absolutely knackered and had a 5 a.m. start. But it's my mate that's pouring a beer. It is good old Peaky Biker. Caught you pouring your beer, mate. How you doing, buddy?
Caught me mid-pour. How you doing, Walker? You all right?
Yeah, good, good. I have got the old glass of red Malbec tonight. So
Oh, fair play, fair play.
yeah, I've been at the garage since 6 this morning, mate, working on a Gixxer 600 that's all carbed. Oh God, what a pain! He had someone look at it, and they've obviously airbox off, then the carbs out, and whoever took it out, you've got the 2 vacuum solenoids down the bottom.
Yeah.
Whoever done it has obviously forgot that the cable's there, pulled it and broke the plastic off the bottom of one of the vacuum solenoids,
Knobs.
stuck it all back together. But when they did, you've got the choke slide that runs across the 4 pins on the bottom of the carbs. He put
Okay.
one of the bars the other side of the pin. So he said to me, it's massively overfueling. And I went, yeah, the reason being he's not put your carb slides in or your choke slides in correctly. But got it all back together today. Just got the airbox on it, checked all the plugs. So it's literally just a case of put my dummy tank on tomorrow and see if I can fire it up. But my little 125's working. Didn't take me long to do the carbs on that. Leyland's just said, oh, Andy said, night all, he's off, right. Getting my new bike tomorrow, getting the new, oh, I am jealous. Leyland, great bike. I did the very first review on the LXR Carbon and the ride test on it, and that is a real humdinger of a bike. It is a great little bike. Andy's gone off to watch TV. He's probably gone to prep up to watch for the coronation. Evening all, hand pink waving. Evening German job. It's good to see you, buddy. It will be tomorrow soon. It will, yeah. Don't forget big ears and oh, it's good to see you. Oh, me and the wife. Yeah, we're not allowed to mention Charles. I have got a short that I've got going up tomorrow, Peaky, and it'll
Yeah.
probably get. I don't know whether it will get banned. It's basically Charles going. It's oh, my wife is a right royal slut.
Now,
I was thinking, do I put it up as a short or because I know if it goes up on the YouTube, someone's going to complain. So I might TikTok it and see what happens.
I would. I
Yeah.
would. I'd TikTok it first, see what they do.
Right, we're going to bring someone else in. It's our mate Matt
Hello.
down the bottom. Hello, Matty. How you doing, buddy?
You all right?
Yeah,
Up.
good.
Um,
Leyland said the reason for getting it was due to watching your video. Love your vids. Thanks very much, Leyland. One thing on that, Leyland, obviously Chinese bikes do rot. Get yourself some ACF 50 on it. Make sure it's covered all the time, and stick to the E5 fuel, mate. After that LXR that I've had this week, where I've spent 2 or 3 hours trying to figure out why it wouldn't run. All down to the fact it was E10, so bash E5 into it, mate. If for the extra couple of p, you paid a lot for the bike, so for the extra couple of pence per litre, stick some E5 in it.
Did you?
Matt,
Did anybody see? I've just noticed him in the side, chap Cold Grey. Anybody see his shout out video?
no, I've got
I
it.
think it was
I've
a
got
big
it in
one
my
this week.
subs still to watch. I've got. Oh God, I
Mm.
have
I
got
messaged
so
him, man.
many to
Thank you.
do. I've got codes to do.
And
I've got.
also that the video he did, I think it was the week before that, when he had when he got knocked off his bike, the Eton Run.
Oh yeah, I've seen that one. Yeah,
Yeah. I was just catching up on people's that I was basically. I was just
yeah. I've
a
got.
bit like you. I follow loads. I follow
Yeah,
loads of
I've
people
got
to try and catch up.
Kazumoto's to do, Jim Diesel's, German Jobbies, Lamb Chop Rides has got Best Japanese Super Naked. I've got that one to watch. I've got your best camera to go into the Rhine Falls.
Mate, you've got to watch that.
That's in my
Yeah.
playlist.
Mate, I'm gonna big myself up there, but I've watched it back and even I'm like, fucking, did I edit that?
What else have I got? Teapot One Calamity Clan in the Isle of Man. Username Kate's Triumph Fruxton RS review. Mark Travels. I can't believe they let me in here. Broady Bikers have got a Staffy puppy. And my old mate Spicy 110's done a 26-year review of the Triumph Daytona 595. Sorry, mate, you got beaten there by Jim Diesel because Jim did his review on it last week. So
Red Bomb,
yes,
don't you use the airline trick when you emptying tanks?
we tend to. We've got the vacuum machine that you basically put the line in and you can whiz it, or
Right.
you can or you can suck it out with the vacuum. But the
Yeah.
LXR tank has got a very weird shape. So you've got the flat of the tank, but the back end sits down, but the front end also sits down. So all the fuel rolls to the front and the back.
Right.
So even when you've got it upright, you've still got about half a litre to a litre sitting in the front of the tank that you can't get. So what I tend to do is stick my thing down the back, have a suck on the old petrol, get them out full of petrol every now and then. It's not going to hurt you.
I know you can basically do a similar thing where you put the pipe in, seal the hole over a little bit with rubber.
That's it.
Stick the airline in it and use the pressure from the airline to force the air.
That's it.
Yeah.
To blow it out. Yeah, we use an airline. It's the same sort of thing that you'd use on your brake bleeder. So it's a very very similar process, but for the speed of it, big piece of pipe, stick it in, and just make sure you don't get too much petrol.
Just stops you from getting a mouthful of ethanol.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
People,
he said, "I bet you've got your bunting up in the bar and bake some queen cake."
I can't believe there's been people camping down there for 2 days in the rain and everything.
Rev, have you had a spray tan or something?
No. Why is that?
No, you look fucking orange, man. You look like fucking.
No,
David
I've been out in the sun. I've been out on the sun. I've been doing a lot of stuff on the front yard because when you're under a metal roof and you're in that workshop, mate, it is baking. So I tend to wheel the bikes out in the front yard and just sit out in the spanners of my front yard.
Fair play. You look like David Dickinson.
I know.
He's also been away for a week as well, hasn't he?
I've been away for a week, but Norfolk. I've actually come back and I've still got 5 fingers and 5 toes. So
Go like
that. This is my sister, who's also my wife and my auntie. Yeah. Let me have a quick look. German Hobbies, good buddy. Picked up a KTM Duke. Good little bike, KTM Dukes. Yeah.
What?
All good bikes, yeah. Great little bikes. KTM keeps taking money, as they say. Yeah, but the Duke's a good little bike. Darren, I get home looking like I used oil of Castrol. Yeah, it's one of those mechanic things, you know. If you're on the spanners all day, you get home and you have a wash. And I've washed my hands now 3 times, but just look at the state of those. Look. Black fingernails and grease everywhere. Look at it. Look at that. That's why she won't let me. Yeah, Swarther. That is after using 3 lots of Swarthiga. It just grains into your fingers.
Bloody hell, ain't that good then?
No, I tend to use brake and clutch cleaner to wash my hands, but I've been told I can't use it because it causes dermatitis. So we had the health and safety rep round, and he said, "No, you can't be using brake and clutch cleaner on your skin." And I went, "Why?" Because it causes dermatitis. And I went, "Yeah." I said, "But you put a bit of ACF 50 on your hands after it, don't." He's like, "No, you've got to wear rubber gloves." And I'm like, "No, forget that." Away you go, Gary. He said, "I'll send you a nail brush." I tend to use the wife's toothbrush. Does the same job.
Just don't tell her.
Yeah, just don't tell her. Yeah. Darren, he said, "I'm drinking Reuben. I've got a bacon sandwich." Oh, lucky for some. Yeah, bacon roll. Darren, Simon has your camera, by the way. I gave Simon the Drift XL, so hopefully Simon will deliver it over to you. So bit of luck, you should have that camera this week because he had it on Sunday. So if you haven't got it already from Simon. Talking of Simon, he's obviously a very, very busy man at the moment because he's obviously on his HGV. But he is doing a lot of deliveries, hence the reason I did say to him, I said, "Oh, when you're getting back on," he said, "I'm just so busy at the moment." I think he's ridden socially once, but he just goes backwards and forwards to work at the moment. So it's nothing to do with us lot. It's just that the fact he's a very busy man and doesn't have time to get in on the live streams at the moment.
Well, the last report from him was they offered him a load of overtime, didn't they, on Saturday?
That's it, yeah. Adventures of
Yeah.
Glory of the 350. Glory of the 350 Classic. Peaky and Rev Bomb. Evening, buddy. Good to see you. Spat Burger here. Darren's Tyrrell manager. Oh, dear. No bacon butty, exactly. But obviously, this weekend is that weekend where everyone's going to sit in front of the telly tomorrow. I won't. I shall be back on the spanners. I think I've got 7 or 8 MOTs tomorrow in the space of a day, so along with a load of bike builds. So Phil is away at a wedding. He said, "Don't book any cars in." So I've literally booked in just bike. Loads of the damn things.
Well, I've got my grandson stopping this weekend, so we're off to local farm place with him, and I've got to go and get me gecko some mealworms, so we're going to have to fetch it home with him and get Dave the gecko some food.
Hey, we used to. Oh yeah, what was it? We had one of these little. I take it they're all just standard geckos that you have in a tank with a heat mat on the floor, and yeah, he lasted.
The Bavarians, yeah.
Yeah, he lasted about a week and a half. And then was like, he didn't look very well, but he'd actually swallowed. It was like a live mealworm, but he'd eaten it. It was too big for him. He hadn't had the small ones. He'd taken a foot and he choked on it.
Yeah.
But he had a navy burial at sea, straight down the toilet.
Yeah. They're great fun. They're easy to look after because they only eat. My one only eats like once a week now. But the main hassle is keeping the bloody mealworms alive and having to feed them and give them like liquid gel, water.
Liquid, yeah, the water gel, yeah.
Yeah, the water gel. They're the biggest
yeah. I'm going to be test fitting all my kit to my bike over this weekend. Have a bit of a pack, and because I've only got 2 weeks left, so I'm going to do a bit of a pre-pack, pre-test. See if I can get everything on and try and sort the weight out. So it's
what is it now? It's 24 days now, isn't it? I think counting down or something like that.
19th. So what days are today?
Yeah, about to say it's not far off now, is it?
2 weeks, 2.5 weeks.
2 weeks, two and a bit weeks. Yeah.
So far.
That's not going to be far off now. That'll fly up to that date. So
yeah, that's what I mean. I've got to do it over weekend, so I can, like I say, I can get the weight right on the bike, so that I know then what's going in what pannier kind of thing when I'm packing it from once I get off when I'm camping.
Also, quick update, Red Bob.
Yeah,
you get a phone call by the end of next week.
That's fine. I have still got one left in the showroom. We've taken on AJS this. I think it was that Saturday that I got back from holiday. We've taken on AJS. Now, what happens? Inquiries that come in via to the garage are ours, but when they get an inquiry to the AJS like dealership, the actual AJS company, they tend to look at their map and go, "Oh, we've had an inquiry. It's coming from this area. Right, here's our dealer. Forward the email." So we had, I think we've ordered 2 AJS Medinas, which look basically like a Lambretta scooter, very similar to the Lexmoto Milano. But they do some really good colours. They do the orange, the red, and the mod grey with the black and white checkers down it. We've had 14 inquiries in 3 days for AJS Medinas, and I'm like, oh, okay, brilliant. We also taken on, obviously, WK. They sent us the Scrambler, and they said, oh, we'll send Rev down the Scrambler. He can go into test ride on it and basically advertise the Scrambler. They put it on the front yard. It sold in 2 hours, so great. And then, of course, AJS turned around and went, well, we do the AJS Scrambler. And I'm like, oh. And they also do one called the Cadwell, which is 125, but it looks like a Triumph Thruxton. And I'm like, oh, nice little cafe racer look. And I'm like, oh, okay. So they turned up yesterday. We've unpacked them, and they've literally just got unpacked. And people are going, "Have you got one of these for sale? Got one of these for sale?" Bloody hell! Right, let's jump this guy in down the bottom. He's here. Don't mention the word Charles because he will tell you to have a think. How you doing, Andy?
Evening all.
Evening.
Andy.
Where's Sprocket Rocket? We need some bands. Yeah, Sprocket Rocket will be about. AGS brilliant news. They're coming out with a 250 soon. I'm looking forward to getting some of them then. Let me jump in on whips chains. Of course.
Well, did you see the Lex Moto scooter thing? Adventure bike scooter thing with the top box?
Yes, I did see it. It's a 300cc. It's a 300cc. But it's got a top box and panniers on, but it is a twist and go scooter. They basically called it the ADV or Adventure something, but the price is absolutely through the roof. Would I buy one? Possibly not at that price, because you're competing with the Honda. You're up in Honda prices really. Let me just find it for you. It is called.
I just think it's weird having a scooter with, that kind of kit on it. You know what I mean?
I'll tell you what I seen today. A bit like that, but I think I called. Is it a Senna?
Yeah.
Sinis.
Yeah.
And that had all side panniers and a top box and everything.
Oh, that'd be the Sinis Terrain.
Sinis are basically your Lex Moto.
That looks absolutely
there we go. So XDV, it's basically a scooter with top box.
I tell you what, for £5,000 you can get a decent second-hand touring bike.
Exactly, XDV.
Why the hell would you buy that?
It's a scooter. It's got an extendable fairing on it. Great. KYB suspension, long travel upside down forks, gas charged rear shocks, adjustable preload, all-terrain tyres.
And a Lex Moto badge.
Yeah, and a Lex Moto badge, but they reckon it will do for 300cc, 81 mile an hour. And look at that! It's basically keyless. So you've got the keyless
That's convenient actually that it's keyless because it was designed by Clueless.
Yeah. Wow! You get an XDV logo. You get a TFT screen, adjustable front screen. Wow.
Can I tell you what it looks like?
You know the worst thing? They'll bloody sell them.
Yeah.
Yeah. Can I tell you what it looks like?
Look under the seat. Yeah, you can't get a full face helmet. You still can't get a full face helmet under the seat. So you know that your top box, you're going to have to put your helmet in your top box, which only leaves you 2 panniers. It
wouldn't be so bad if
4,700 quid. Would I buy one? No, sorry, no.
Looks like the Piaggio MP3. Looks like the Piaggio MP3 with missing the wheel.
You could get a decent fucking Kawasaki Versi for that.
Yeah. Oh, Crazy Dad Bikers in the room. Yeah. Evening, buddy. Away you go. Absolutely. Comes with free pizza. Probably does.
An Uber box.
And an Uber box, yeah.
Ideal for colour coordinated with the top boxes and side boxes. It wouldn't be too bad, but they're like, look, aftermarket, you know what I mean? It's like something you've just sort of gone on Amazon and gone, oh, yeah, I'll order that and fit them.
Yeah, that's because if the colour coded it'd probably be fucking 10 grand and then they wouldn't sell them.
Then you buy Piaggio.
The thing is, it's basically
paint.
Well, if you let me, I'll just show you something, right? So that goes up at 4,700. Let me just share it back up again.
That's on the road, so that's closer to 5.
You're looking at another 200 quid for your on the road plus your PDI and prep. So 4,700. That's your bike. Look at the front end of that bike, and then if you compare it, if I go back in, I'll do this live. So if I go back into the range, and then show you, there we go. It is basically the Lex Moto Apollo. It's very similar.
Apollo with racking. So what they're doing is they're charging you $2,000 for racking.
Yeah.
And a bigger engine, obviously.
Yeah. But
if
you sort of go into, let me find the aura, Pegasus.
What purpose does it serve?
There we go.
You wouldn't want a tour on it. You can't go through town on it because it's got panniers, so it's not ideal for city.
So 300cc aura is 3,900. Exactly the same front end. All they've literally done is change the screen on it, put an extended screen on it. It's still got the same keyless ignition.
Clueless. What they've done is that they've designed a bike that doesn't have a market.
Yeah.
Yeah. And like I say, why would you want a 300cc moped with what looks like aftermarket boxes on it when you can go out and buy something with everything already bloody on it?
It's either 5 of those or a BMW GS.
But the thing is, if
I tend to get the BM than that.
With the Lexus, you get 2 keys, and the key looks like a Tesla. It literally looks like a Tesla key in the shape of a car. So you get 2 keys. When you actually first get the bike out of the crate, you can't get under the seat and you can't get into the fuel tank. So great idea. You pop the little panel off on the right. There are 2 wires with basically jump points. You put a boost box in it, fire up the power, press your key, and then you can open it all up. So they say, oh, right, if your battery goes flat, if you put a jump point on it, but if the key's not with the bike and you put the jump point on it, you can still power up the bike, but you can't get the steering lock off. How security conscious is that?
Do fucking riding around in circles.
Yeah, but you can start the bike.
Yeah, so you can just wheel it everywhere.
You'll be just like, oh, well, I'll go around in the circle.
You can't even take that thing off road. Can you imagine taking that thing off road?
Yeah, but
surely, right, the whole point of a scooter is to nip in and out of traffic. When you've got them boxes on, you are going to be nipping in and out of any scooter, any kind of traffic, am you? If you're being honest.
No. You see, the thing is, they launched the Titan. Their biggest selling bike, the Titan, is £1,999. Now, I'm not going to mention it yet because we've sold one of these bikes to a certain person that happens to be on the live stream. Right, let me go into bikes, and we're going to go SX. Right. There we go. So I'm going to share the screen up, and then what I'll do is I'll flip around between screens on this. So Lexmoto, it's not Diablo. Yeah, there it is. So this is I wanted the other Diablo. Let's go back into the range. View 125. And I wanted scooters as well. View scooters. Right, Lexmoto Diablo 125. £2,279.99. Nice looking bike, got a really nice shape to it. And then you look at the spec on the bike, 8.6 horsepower. And it's basically, I think it's a 6 litre tank. So 6 litre tank, 56 mile an hour, 8.5 horsepower. When you actually compare it, and let me just stop the screen, go across to the next one. If I go into this one, now this is the WK version. So you tell me that is a Lexmoto Diablo, right? 4-stroke, 8.72 more horsepower. It's only got a 4 litre fuel tank on it, but that thing does 72 mile an hour on a 125, and it's 1,999 quid. Is it a good bike? You ask Andy.
Well, my boy seems to enjoy it. He loves it. He has no problem with it.
It's a great scooter.
And he's still keeping it at 40 mile an hour after all this time because it's not had his first service yet. It's never going to do the mileage. It'll do the months. I think he's got one. Probably. How long's he had it now? A couple of months.
Yeah, so 3 months. Pop it into me, Andy. We'll bang a service on it. But
is that really a thing? Keeping it under fucking.
You've got to run the engine in.
Just run it in.
Like I say,
that's the problem with scooters. They're all high revving.
Yeah, it's just like when I picked my bike up from Triumph. And I was like, yeah, under 4,000 revs, this, that, and the other. Put it in the van. I did Mallory in the afternoon, fucking screaming his tits off.
Yeah, but the thing is, if there is an argument that engines can be hard broke, i.e., like you did, rev the nuts off it and break it in. But if you want to keep that bike for 10 years, that engine ain't going to last 10 years.
Fucking hell, my engine day last a fucking season.
That's exactly why you break them in. Obviously, race engines are hard broken because they're not long. They've not got a longevity, but
no.
Other engines.
I ended up buying an engine in the end, a proper race engine, but it had to be serviced after every weekend. That was any down point.
But, the thing is, obviously, Lex Moto are the biggest dealer in the country, and WK have coming up, and WK are spanking the arse off of Lex Moto at the moment with their bike.
Because Lex Moto put the price on everything.
Yeah,
they've got the foot in the door. They do what every company does. They'll get the foot in the door.
Put their prices up.
Yeah, they get the foot in the door, get popular. As soon as they hit that popularity mark, they suddenly shoot the prices up on everything, and that's what they've done.
Yeah, you look at sort of WK, they're owned by Quadzilla, the big quads, and Quadzilla owns CF Moto, they own WK, they've got major brands behind them, and Quadzilla are pushing out these whacking great big quad bikes as well. So they're doing really well on pushing out all the good stuff. Kazo's in the room. Evening, Kazo. Good to see you, buddy. Scooters are okay when they're on fire or mods being kicked off. we had one in tonight.
We are the mods. Like fucking Vespers.
Yeah.
Lambrettas and all that shit, is it?
We had a woman coming on, what was it, Wednesday, and I did the MOT on her AJS Medina. No, it was yesterday, actually, Thursday. Did the MOT on it, and it all passed, 64 plate, and she took it home. And she came back to us this afternoon. She went, I came in for my MOT yesterday, well, the speedo was working. Yeah, well, it's not now. Oh, okay. I've literally got 3 minutes to come out and have a quick look at your bike, but if anything needs doing, I can't do it. Went out to the bike and I went, it's got to be either the speedo sender or you've knocked something on the front end. Look down and there's a load of cable wrapped round the front, and the speedo cable is all mangled up round the front of the bike. What the hell's going on? To realise that her husband has got a bicycle, one of these like snake cables, the really thin bicycle cable.
Yeah.
She'd obviously parked it in the garden last night. The husband's gone out and put a cable round the front wheel to stop anybody pinching the bike. She's come out, started the bike, not realised it's on there, and rode off down the road with this cable wrapped round. It's wound itself round the front wheel. But I said to her, did you not feel when you're going along? She went, oh, it felt a bit bumpy. And I went, yeah, because the cable's round the tyre and it's wrapped round the tyre really tight. But it's taken out the speedo drive. It's wrecked the inside of the mudguard.
At least no one nicked it.
No, at least no. Yeah, well, they could have done, because you could just still ride it with the cable on the front end. But Phil ended up going out with the grinder and cutting the damn thing off. I was like, Jesus H. So it's new mudguard, new speedo sender, new decoration panel. But Jesus, I went, did you not have like a telltale wire? She went, what's that? I said, you have a little cable, telltale cable, and it goes up to your handlebar. And every time you put it on, you just run a telltale cable. So as soon as you get on your bike, like, take it off. And she was like, oh, I didn't think of that.
It's just like a dislock reminder, innit? Stick it over.
Same sort of thing. Yeah, dislock reminder. Code Grace just said, not sure about the UK, but over here, if you ride a scooter, you're required to wear a button-up shirt and shorts. Ask Andy. He likes running around on holiday on a little scooter.
Yeah, especially in shorts and sandals.
Exactly. The old
I draw the line at Crocs. I don't mind a flip-flop.
Mate, you can't beat Crocs. I don't give a fuck what anybody says. You can't beat a Croc.
Crocs
best bit of footwear you can do.
Gay!
Vespers are quality. To be honest, Vespers are a very good bike. We get a lot in. We've got an old boy that owns 2 Vespers. He's got he's got a black one and a red one. And he's always bringing them in for servicing. But he passed one down to his son. and he
It's
when
a
his son
massive following the community of Vespa.
It's massive, yeah.
The
The
lad-
Vespa community is mad.
The lad next door to me, he builds Lambrettas, so he'll buy just buy a chassis and then build it from scratch. Probably take him about 2 years. Probably cost him on
The
now 3
original
or 4
ones
grand.
cost a fortune.
Yeah, but then he'll sell it
Oh,
for
God, yeah.
fucking 12, 13 grand. He did he did one a couple of years ago, like a Subaru Blue. Mate, it was fucking. I hate into scooters, but if I was gonna get one, it would be that one. It was absolutely fucking beautiful colour. Never seen one before like it. It was very fucking lovely. But I really fucking into scooters are fuck all. You know what I mean? I never have been. But fucking away we go. I grew up with Vespas and
I think scooters are match your Crocs.
Fucking hell. Don't
I'll
matter
tell
what you
you-
wear on your feet, you can't see them, can you?
We've
Don't
got
see
a
my
guy. He's got a. Oh God, do you remember the Royal Alloys?
Yeah.
No, he's got the. I think it's the GP 300. So it's quite a big one, fast little scooter. But it's got the aerials on the back. It's got all the lights on the front. And the last time he brought it to us, obviously Beck said to me, she said, "Oh, I've got a scooter coming in. But you've got to be very careful because he's just had his side panels repainted." And I went, "Yeah, but I said, if I'm doing a service on a bike, I tend to have what I call a JMT tank blanket. It's one of these that you can lob it over the bike, and if you're working on the bike, you're not going to scratch it with a belt buckle or your spanners." I said, I'll put that over the bike. Well, it come in. He's got Paul Weller and Bruce Foxton on the front end of it, and then the Jam on the back of the bike. And I went, "That's pretty good for being mod." And he went, "Yeah." He said, "But until you see the number plate," and I can't give the first bit, but basically it says the Jam, TH letters and then Jam.
Nice.
I'm like, that is that. I said, "How much did the plate cost you?" And he went, "Put it this way, it was probably about as much as I paid for the scooter." Because it actually says the Jam.
Yeah. Fair play.
But he said everywhere he goes, people literally rock up with cameras. He said they're just taking photos of it all day.
That's like my bike, that is.
Yeah.
I think a few people took photos of yours down at Super Sausage Peaky, but it was for the wrong reason. It's like, got to get this dirty bike on camera.
I was going to say, he's normally covered in jam.
Your Facebook shaming.
I've heard rumours yours is normally covered in jam.
Yeah, it's airbrushed. It's not a decal. It's a full on airbrush job.
I forgot what my bike looks like. It's been in the garage for 3 weeks.
Military biker.
Yeah.
Oh, Stevie.
Oi, oi, God save the king.
That's it. Kick
Bless
him
you.
off.
Bless you. Yeah.
Stevie. Stevie. Send your back car message. Send key setting.
There was oh God, I can't remember who done it. There was one on there's some guy on TikTok that does like impersonations, and he's done like 4 or 5 celebrities that have gone into a mill, and he said Prince Charles ordering a meal for him and Camilla, and it's like, hey, yeah, and he said Sean Connery ordering a meal, and it's yes. Oh yes, oh yes. But go
You
search
sound
it
like the Churchill dog. Oh yes.
That's it. Yeah, just put in if you go to TikTok and put celebrities ordering meals, and he does Sean Connery, Prince Charles. He who's the other one he does? It's Joe Pasquale as well. He
Funniest
does.
clip of someone taking a piss that you'll watch is Catherine Tate when she does the interpreter.
Oh God, yeah, I've seen
That's
that
one of the funniest clips you'll ever watch. We die on. Fucking cracks me out every time. No matter how many times you watch it, it's one of the funniest things you'll ever see on YouTube. Catherine Tate doing the interpreter. Brilliant.
Say again all after key setting. Over.
The other thing is, if Charlie shit's still too long, they end up putting him in the trophy cabinet, don't they?
Yeah.
Top of that,
Yeah. Yeah, what you breaking radio silence for? Fuck.
I tell you what, probably before your time, Peaky, when they had the Klansman, it used to pick up the local bloody taxi firm.
No, I used Klansman when we was in the first time I was in Northern Ireland. We had Klansman. We had like
and it used to pick up the local taxi. Yeah,
we had stuff like the White Sifter and
yeah.
a few ones. Charlie one. This is Zero Alpha. That's when everybody fucking shuts up.
The big old bloody strip them down there. The big old bloody. Do you remember the big old glass valves in them?
Yeah. Do you remember? I don't know if you guys remember, like, but remember the antlers? And you had that metal frame around the fucking antler.
Oh yeah.
You used to fucking sit on your back. You'd be like, "Fuck this, man." You used to have to put an empty Bergen on, and then put the antler over the top of the Bergen.
Yeah, because you'd always get blisters on your shoulders, where it would rub your shoulders. Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Oh, military's like Review's carrier pigeon. Those were the days, mate. That was when they had proper rifles. They had the SLR, not this bloody SA-80 that fell apart after 2 shots.
Swat.
Class 2 platoon signature. Never had that issue with a tank, Peaky.
Twat, are you? You can go off somebody really quick, can't you?
Yeah. Mind you, wasn't James Blunt tank regiment, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was the first one over to. He was the first tank into the Balkans War, right?
Yeah.
James Blunt.
Yeah. I like old James.
Reconnaissance.
Yeah.
I thought he was in reconnaissance. It wasn't. No, I thought he was a little. Give me to tanks or something.
He was just a fucking platoon officer, but he was. I'm sure he was the first tank, or British tank into the Balkans.
Quick one. Robert Greenwood said, "What's the guy's views on aftermarket versus a factory quick shifter?"
Oh, not limited.
The only quick shifter I'd go for is a HM quick shifter. It depends. It depends. If you're riding on the road or on track, if you're looking at doing track days and stuff like that, because you can alter the HM quick shift to your bike once it's all plugged in.
Military's, he was household cavalry, and a scimitar is not a tank.
Yeah, okay.
It's a saber.
And he's just said, Robert, mine's quick shifter factory fitted. So Andy's goes very, very well on his quick shifter.
Like I say, I think it all depends. If your bike hasn't got a quick shifter, then I'd look at an aftermarket quick shifter, like for example, like a HM quick shifter.
I know, like when the BMW has got a quick shift, and it can be quite clunky from first to second. The more I've used it, the more it's eased up. So it has eased up a lot. I mean, my downshifting is smooth. Second all the way up to 6 is now smooth and not jolty, and it did actually improve once it went in for a software update. So, if you're fitting one to a bike that wasn't originally designed to have it, what complications could that cause? I don't know.
Hang on a minute. Just a quick message. Am I going out for a fag? Yes, I will in a minute. Give me 2 minutes. I'll be out.
Fag.
Yes, me personally, if he was fitting it to a bike that I got a quick shifter.
Chris, if you want to come and jump in, mate. Chris, StreamYard links up, mate. Sprocket, Rocket up.
GS has got gear shifts. Is this it?
Yeah. Mine's got up and down, same as yours, I think.
Yes, same. Yeah, they're fitted to standard, aren't they? Well, they're not. They're part of the package.
Do you
use it often?
Quick shifter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I very rarely touch the clutch. Only when stopping now.
Yeah. Even going down the box. I love it.
I love that auto blip.
Yeah. So but like I say, if you ain't got it on your bike, then I'd go for an aftermarket one.
Darren's probably fitted a shed load on bikes.
It's just easier because a lot of the time you can take it in and get it set up how you want it on the when you put it into the ECU when you start. You can plug them into the ECU. Well, I plug mine into the ECU. Then when you set the map up, you can set the gauge up where you want the quick shifter to come in at.
I tend to clutchless change up anyway on the GTR. The only time I use the clutch is when I'm coming down the gears, but I tend to only use the clutch if I'm coming down sort of third, second, first. I can normally clutch down without well, gear shift down without the clutch, as long as you know exactly what you're doing.
Don't get such things on a 125, you know. Don't get these luxury items.
All right, let's see if we can get him on. It's Grey Wolf.
Like 8.
Evening, folks.
About 8 neutral.
Oh, yeah.
There we go. We've got Grey Wolf on with us now, guys. Evening, buddy.
How you doing,
Evening, folks. Evening, Peaky.
How you doing?
Empty belly, Andy.
Right, Peaky, you've got charge of the show for a minute. I'm going to have a quick cigarette, mate.
Thanks, mate.
Oh,
Don't
It's
back
time
me.
for tea.
instant red mark.
Yeah. Now he's gone. Let's just swear as much as you fucking want now. Let's get him on red. So, but
No, you don't get such luxuries as quick chip is on 125.
Here, Andy. Bit smoky for me, though.
Oh yeah, I love this. It's nice. I've just ordered the Highland Park Viking series.
Right.
But I've got another bottle of Talaska Sky up there. I absolutely love that. Since I've been back from Edinburgh, which has been about 4 or 5 weeks, I've managed to get through 3.5 bottles of Talaska Sky.
Oh, gee.
I blame Zed completely.
fucking hell, you've got some fucking issues, you're right.
Have you tried the Tarnavulin?
Not yet. I'm getting through them.
How much beer did you bring back?
You what, mate?
How much beer did you bring back?
I didn't bring any. Can't, can I? Flying with hand luggage, they won't let you bring any more than 100 ml on a plane. In case I decide I'm going to blow it up.
Fucking hell.
So you can't even bring any whiskey back unless you can check it in the hole. And I won't pay for that. Not when you can order it here anyway. But you're sitting in the bars in Edinburgh, like some of the shots are like £78 a shot.
I won't pay that. Won't pay that at all.
I've tried to get Zed to pay for it, but you know what Scotsmen's are like. Fuck me, they're tight fuckers.
So, but
Yeah, so you're gearing up for your round the UK, and 3 weeks I'm gearing up for Austria.
I was going to say I was well, I suppose I've been at work this morning, but I was looking at a few photos that you put on Facebook of Austria, and just having a look. But I think I'm going to go to Norway next. I want to go and see the night of the midnight sun.
I get that. It's just so damn expensive.
What we're only going to do, I think we're going to do a week there. So we're going to go.
It's so expensive. You're looking at like 14 or 15 quid for a meal deal.
Yeah.
Norway is absolutely diabolically expensive. So Switzerland.
Well, Switzerland and Luxembourg was, mate. When we went to Luxembourg the other week.
Yeah, we got a couple of nights in Luxembourg.
That was like £9 a fucking pint.
Our second night and our 10th night, I think, is in Luxembourg.
Yeah, it was nice. Like it was proper nice, but like
we're there for the riding.
Yeah. Well, like I say, that was the only night we all got fucking steamy because it was only like 2.5 hours, 3 hours to the Black Forest, so we got up late. All had breakfast, chilled out.
I don't think we'll be drinking that much. We've got 334 miles to do when we leave Luxembourg to get to where we're going.
Yeah.
No motorways. That's all twisted. 330 odd miles. I think when I mapped it, it's coming up at 9.5 hours in the saddle.
Like you say, you don't want to be riding no more than fucking 9 hours. You don't want to be on the road no more than 9 hours.
The thing is, if you've got a 9.5 hour ride, you'll do it in 9.5 hours, but you'd have taken your breaks within that because you'll always make them up. You'll make 15 minutes an hour up.
Yeah. That's what I was looking at with my routes now. So I was just like, I've booked. Well, I have booked. So my first night is in Blackpool, which I'm stopping at my cousin's house.
Have you got a written down itinerary you can put up? Because obviously people say, "Oh, I'm going to come out and meet you." You've got your goals you want to do. So you want to be in Blackpool the first night. You want to be in so and so the second night. Have you actually got an itinerary of that? Because people say, "Oh, I'd like to do an hour with you or do 2 hours with you, but they ain't got a clue where you're going to be.
I am gonna do one. I've started doing one, but what I'm gonna do is, I was on about this on my live. So what I'm gonna do every morning, I found out now that you can go live on your GoPro. So every morning when I'm setting off, my first half an hour is going to be live. So I can then say, right, this is where I'm looking at getting today. This is the route I'm going. This is my passing points kind of thing. So if people want to meet me, they know that I'm going past these certain points, and they know then at least what time I'm setting off, rather than messaging me or trying to text me or whatever. At least then they've got some idea. They can just jump on every morning and go, right, he set off at 6 o'clock this morning or 7 o'clock this morning. So that's, for example, 3 hours away from me. So he's going to be at mine in 3.5 hours, or at that point in 3.5 hours. At least they've got some kind of rough estimation then. Because like I say, I can't be sat around waiting for people. So it's but yeah.
You're doing all the coastal. You do the coastal route all the way around the UK.
Yeah.
See, I'm 100 miles from the nearest coast, so
it's a bit like me. It takes me about 2.5 hours.
Yeah.
From where I am.
So yeah, I'm heading from Wolverhampton straight out to Aberystwyth, and then that's where it starts. Basically, I'm on the edge of the coast there, and then I'm stopping. My last point is Borth, which is basically just underneath Aberystwyth. So it's literally fucking two roads. So it'd be good, man. Be good. So I've just ordered another set of tyres. Luckily enough, BMW have paid for them, so I'm waiting on them to turn up. They've sponsored me a set of tyres, and the also do me a service before I go as well.
Yeah, I've got a new set of tyres sitting in the garage to go on in a couple of weeks' time.
Yeah, well, I'm in the back.
My rear's only done 1,000 miles, less than 1,000 miles. It's coming off next week.
I think I've got about 5,000 miles on that rear tyre that I got now. So it's going to do another 5,000 mile. So
I only get 5,000 miles out of a rear anyway.
Yeah.
Most of my riding's
well, that's what I'm saying to them. I ain't going to risk it. Do you know what I mean? Because there's nothing worse. You imagine getting 3/4 of the way around and you've got to change your tyres. Or you've got to find somewhere to change your tyres. So I just says...
There's plenty of places. But I mean,
there is, but then you've got to carry the tyre or buy a tyre there.
But you're going to lose 2 or 3 hours doing it. That's the problem.
Yeah.
2 or 3 hours, that's 200 miles.
Yeah. So I'm going to... they just said they're going to sponsor me. And basically, they bought a set of Pirelli Road 60s for me.
Just to answer Sprocket Rocket, then no, I've not tried the Battle Axe. I'm a Michelin man personally, shape and tyre.
Well, they had I think they had Battle Axes when I had my Versi, and initially there was a good tyre, but they just seemed to go off really quick. Once the rubber started to get low, I started having a lot of slips and slides and stuff like that. But
that's why I like the Michelins. They warm up quick. They stay warm.
The Road 60s are fucking awesome, mate.
They're an awesome tyre.
Mate, they're grippy within fucking 10 minutes.
And they're pretty good straight out of the box.
Yeah. There's no drink. Yeah.
They disperse water well. They're one of the best wet weather tyres you can get. And to be fair, I mean, they last. I mean, I had the Michelin Anarchy Adventures on when I first got mine. About under 3,000 miles out of that first rear. On those. That's like
a bit more of an off-roady tyre, right? The Anarchy.
It is. I'm after a second set of wheels because I want a set of 80/20s.
Have you seen
80% off-road tyres on?
Have you seen how much a fucking second set of wheels is for a fucking BM?
Yeah, second hand, they're like 800 odd quid.
Fucking hell, mate! If you can find them for 800 quid, mate, tell me 1,800 quid, cheapest I can find them for.
Yeah, you can get second hand ones.
They're from fucking Kosovo as well. They am or somewhere like that.
Kosovo, yeah, they're probably off someone's bike that was stolen here, then shipped to Kosovo, and they're selling the bits back here.
Yeah. Or they've listed them in Kosovo, and the bike's still here.
Stop slating him. Stop slating him. He's back.
Oh look, right, I'm back. Oh, probably banned me by
mate.
now, you bastards.
Chris.
How's it going, guys?
Yeah, good. See you, Chris.
All right,
How you
Chris.
doing, mate?
Ah,
Right,
not too
great.
bad, not too bad. Was it a good wee blast on the
Uh,
bike tonight? So I'm buzzing.
Any of you tried the Battle Axes 22s? They're good bike. They're good tyres, actually. Code Grey and DS 21s. Battle Axes 7,000 miles. Yeah, good.
I've heard it last longer than
Mm.
what I'm getting just now out of my tyres, which isn't
I wouldn't
much.
say
That's
so,
what she said.
Rosso 2s
So-
are damn good tyres. Very, very sticky.
The thing is that there isn't a bad tyre.
No.
The Road 6s are amazing. They're brilliant.
A lot of it is up here, but Steve has just taken it. I don't know what tyres come. Darren might remember. I don't know what tyres come on his new KTM, but they were shit. They're rock hard. They didn't warm up, so he's only done 100, 150. Well, no, he done 600 miles on them. Then they come off, and he put VR6. That's off a brand new bike.
So what you got at the moment on yours?
He says, what tyres do your Rocket 3 got, Grey Wolf?
It's the standard. Oh no, what are they? The Raven.
Are they black and round?
That's the ones. Aye.
Yeah.
Avon Cobras. It's about the only brand I think that fits the Rocket. There might be one that does the rear. But I believe the Avon factory's closing in England, so I don't know if they're going to still make them abroad or what. I was thinking of buying a set just to have, because it doesn't look as though the rear tyre will last long.
Well,
It seems to be the
we used
the
to have a
marker.
lady come around selling Avon. You don't come round anymore.
No,
Darren's just said
our anti-aging cream doesn't work.
I wish this camera would stretch through. I'd love to show you my back tyres, Beaky.
You fucking ripped to shit.
You want to see this back tyre, son? Do you want to buy it when I'm finished with it?
Yeah, man.
You can put it on your bike and kid on you done it.
I'll swap you for a set of knee sliders.
Avon Storm 2 Ultras are a great tyre. Yeah, they were. There's a lot of people because we use a company called BMTR, which is basically Birmingham Motor Tyre dealers. They do cars and bikes, but one of the guys was showing me on his WhatsApp. I did a live one-to-one with him on the WhatsApp video, and their racks in their factory are very, very good because they go from left to right. So as they pick a tyre, the conveyor belt moves along and they load the new tyres on the left. But this guy's going along with a scanner. And I said to him, "Man, what are you doing?" He said, "What they actually do," he said, "we get the brand new tyres in literally straight from factory. After 3 months, the guy goes along with a barcode scanner and scans the rack. Anything over 3 months then gets moved to what they call the bargain bin. So they're only doing brand new tyres. Is anything 3 to 6 months old, they start reducing it back down to trade price just to clear the tyres. So what we tend to do is go for a 3-month-old tyre because bike tyres are going to last you 2-3 years anyway. We tend to go for a 3-month-old tyre and get it a decent rate for
Just 2-3 years out of tyre. Sorry
no
for butting in, Rev. Sorry for butting in, but I almost choked there when you said that. 2 or 3 years out of tyre.
No,
we get
that's
through 2 or 3 sets a year.
Yeah, but they were saying
right.
the actual life of a tyre unused is 2 to 3 years.
Oh, right. Sorry.
Yeah, so 2 to 3 years before you have
5
to.
years.
No, it's 2
I
to
thought
3.
he was talking about somebody on a little electric moto then.
No,
I'm talking
not-
about 3 years.
not-
They put the
Got
stake
the-
damps on your tyre anyway. And if you want a top tip, if you fit in your tyres yourself, what you'll have on the tyre is a little round dot on the tyre. So if you match that up with the heaviest point of the tyre, you won't need to balance the tyre out then. So when I used to fit my race tyres to my bike, if you fit the race tyre, I used to mark my wheel on the inside, put the little round dot next to it. You don't need to be balanced.
Don't have to balance a rear anyway.
The date's on it, isn't it? It's in the code or something like that. It's at the end of the code. It tells you the date that the tyre goes out of date or something.
Yeah, little square. You get a tyre stamp. So it'll have the week and the year.
Aye.
Yeah.
So 52 weeks in the year. If it's 20,
when it was created,
22,
that's right.
yeah, when it was created. So it'd be the
Aye.
week and year. So it'd be a 4-digit stamp in there. Be week and year.
Fucking roasting. I got to take this fucking hoodie off. I'm fucking sweating my
But
wallet off.
we had a guy come into us. He said, "Oh, do you
My
fit?"
wife wears them.
I
Yeah,
thought
he
that was
said-
a onesie. Beaky.
It is. It's like a curly onesie thing. Look at it.
Oh, look
Fucking
out,
hoodie.
nipple
Oh,
shot.
the belly, man. Big refill tattoo.
Jesus, who ate all the pies? He's back. Be quiet.
Sorry, you can't see. Everybody give him the finger.
What's going on?
There we go. Yeah, Howie said, yeah, tyre dot always goes to the valve normally. Yeah.
Valve. It's the heaviest part of the tyre.
Yeah, heaviest part of the tyre, where the valve is, yeah.
Aye,
I'll tell you the
Jobbies,
funny-
see the Avon tyres? I was speaking to a few guys, a few bikers down in Largs, and that's what they run. They're quite cheap, and apparently you get loads of miles at them. But they're
Mate,
rubbish when they're cold. They're rubbish when
Mate.
they're cold, but they're really good when they're warm.
Mate, the Avon tyres are fucking really good, mate. Honestly,
Aye.
we had we got
They're cheap.
sponsored.
They're dead cheap, like
Yeah,
compared to Michelin's and stuff.
If you ride in the summer, I'd get a set of Avons in the summer and then get a decent set for the winter and just change them over. But you'll go through a set of Avons in 3,000 miles. I could shred when I was track riding and racing. I could shred a back tire in fucking hell, a day and a half.
Aye, but I'm not on the track.
when you're riding, well, when you're racing, you know, you're there for a long weekend, for example. I'd take the rear tire from my last race, so I could use it on the warm up and the test day, fit the new and practice, qualify on the new tire, and then use a new tire for the Saturday, and then put a new tire on the Sunday as well. But they was Avons, but you can only use, depending on where you race, you can only use particular tires. So in Spain, like they really are, so you can use whatever tires you want. But in the UK, they have particular tires that they like you to use. So
Aye,
they like
see
you to
the-
use, like,
see the-
Mexilers or fucking whatever.
See the Pirelli Diablo Rossos? All your
Yeah.
fast boys are using them. See all your boy racery kind of guys. That seems to be the tire they've all got.
Yeah, but they
That's-
normally
that's
take an angle grinder to the edge first, don't they?
Yeah.
Just
I've
to make
noticed-
it look good.
See all your guys that people go, oh, he rides like a nutter. They've all got them on their bike.
We had
because they
what
all
was
do.
it? Oh God, when was it? Tuesday afternoon. We had a guy come in and he's on oh God, what was it? Oh bloody hell, horrible little bloody 300cc sports bike. Can't even remember what it was, but did the MOT on it. He'd got full race levers, black and yellow race levers with a bumblebee helmet as well. So he looked like something out of Transformers. And I said to him, "What's the bike like?" He said, "Oh, it corners like." And he'd got knee sliders on, the boots and everything. And I'm looking at his knee sliders. I'm thinking, hang on a minute. Why are the knee sliders vertical, horizontal lines on it? I was like, yeah, you've taken an angle grinder to them then.
When I used to ride on the roads, I'd have because I had a couple of bikes. But when I used to ride on the road, I used to put me my different knee sliders on, my sparky ones, so that when I was going around the bends, it'd spark.
The magnesium
just to
ones.
show off, just to show off, basically.
Yeah.
Just to
I had the I got a set on eBay. They had like the black and white skull face, but they had the magnesium in it. You go around the corner and it's like spark, spark, spark. Oh, this is fun.
Yeah. I got given a
That'll
set.
get you all the girls.
I got given a set of knee sliders the once, and this lad was like, "Yeah, mate, can you bed these in for me?" And because I've been on the track day, and he lives local to me. I was like, "Yeah, mate," saying, forgot all about them, put them on, forgot. Fucking went out, I think it was at Donington Park. Went out, forgot all about them, come back in, you know, put the bikes away after the end of the day and everything. And Wedgie, my mate, went, have you done them knee sliders for your mates? I says, yeah, I've got them on. I've broke them in for him, like, you know what I mean, to make him look good. Took the fucking knee slider off. I took the knee slider down to the mesh underneath the knee slider. So I give him, and he just looked at me, and he went, "Might as well fucking throw him away." I was like, "Can't wear them." So I took the knee slider all the way down because like all it is like a mesh box underneath.
That's it.
Yeah. So I took them down to the mesh, but I genuinely I just forgot all about it. I just went
I
out.
got my knee down. It's called falling off.
Quickly followed by your arse and your elbow.
Exactly.
Who was it that? It was Richard. GT Travels or G Travels.
Yeah.
He went and dropped his. He welcome to the left-hand side drop club. Yeah, he went and dropped his, and I think he pinned his leg under it because he was struggling to get out from under that bike. I was like, Jesus.
Didn't have his mate on the back, did he?
I think he had his missus on the back or something, or
He ain't got a missus.
Ah.
When he done his tour, he went away with his mate, didn't he? His mate
was it his mate he went on? Yeah. I know someone came off the back of it, and it was like, Jesus Christ, yeah.
Yeah, the only time the Michigan sparks is when you lean it too far and the sparking off the bottom of the foot plate.
Yeah, man. I mean, Chris, if I was you, like I say, you've got to go through tyres to find the tyre that you prefer. Certain tyres will give you more confidence, mate. Like I'd only used the Dunlop D212 slicks when I raced. I used a hell of a amount of tyres, but that tyre I never had a problem with. I felt more confident. I was quicker on it. I was more progressive when I was overtaking. More aggressive into the corners. You could squeeze the tyre down at the front. So you have got to go and do.
I've only ever used 3 types of tyres. So I've used my Road 6s, which I have now. Before them, I had, when I bought the bike, it had Dunlop Road Smart 3s on it, which I never really had there's definitely a big difference between them and the Road Smart. I reckon the Road, they're just amazing. I love the Michelins, to be honest. I don't see me leaving. And then before that, I can't remember what they're called, but it was a Sinus RS 125 and it had cheap Chinese tyres on it.
Oh, be a Maxis or a Kenda.
And I ended up
nylon.
They're solid, they're like brick hard and all that when you press them. And,
my missus has had the same tyres on her Lex Moto that they were on when she bought it. So they're 7 years old and they've still got the knobbly bits that you get on a new tyre.
I came off it in the wet.
Blake's had a great little break, mate, up in Norfolk with all the people with 6 fingers. It was good. It was a good bit. I found a really good bike cafe though, because we come back and we did. I said to her,
sausage.
No, we actually shot down to Bury. Bury was blocked, and I ended up going Thetford up to Norwich, so I was zigzagging across. But we're coming back through Thetford, and there's a place called the Bike Shed. Not the same one as the one in London. And it's literally an old metal farm building, but it's a massive coffee shop for bikers. And I'm like, oh, we're going in here. The missus went, oh, for fuck's sake. You had to find something bike-wise on the way home, didn't you? Yeah.
Yeah, I'd have if my missus said that to me, I'd have left the fucker standing there. See ya. Enjoy your fucking holiday on your own.
Yeah.
So the only cafe I know on the way to Great Yarmouth is the one with the bloody military vehicles outside of it, an aircraft. I can't remember the bloody
I go past that shitloads of times.
Yeah, you know which one I'm on about.
Delving past video.
Yeah, you got the opposite side of the road. You got all the fruit and veg stores.
Yeah.
Go past it quite regularly when we're up that way towards Kings Lynn or.
Let me see if I can find the cafe. No, it's not that one.
Anyone want a Labrador? This one's trying to lay upside down up my arse.
What was it called?
This is interesting, ain't
Yeah. I'm trying to find this bloody bike cafe.
No,
I'll
one
find
really
it.
cares.
I'll stick it up on one of my pages when I find the bloody name of it. But it was a really good little bike cafe in the middle of nowhere.
I want to know, did you have sex in that hot tub?
I'm not saying.
That's a yes.
Nothing like leaving your little white friends swimming around for the next guest.
Yeah, it did get a little bit foamy.
It's because you put bubble bath in it, that's all.
Yeah.
I'm more worried about the little back garden because the dog had used it about half a dozen times and he'd been eating sausages all week. So.
Yeah.
German Jobby's done a video. He talked about me in it, and he's taking the piss out of me, going, "Hey, we're all going to die in this road. This road's going to get you." His videos are really funny, by the way. See, German Jobbies.
Didn't German Jobbies put a video up where he nearly fucks up that corner?
He's fucking hilarious. So he is, the guy.
I'm still trying to find this bike cafe. I will find it.
I just find it quite pleasing that being Peaky representing Central England for a change.
Yeah.
He's West
quite weird. I actually rang Peaky's friend today, Gary, and they sound alike. Quite funny.
Do we fuck? I'm posh as fuck, I am.
Yeah, that's it. That'll be it, posh, yeah. I had my little translator on the phone as he was talking to me. Because we were meant to be meeting up tomorrow, but the weather's going to be dire.
Shocking tomorrow. Sunday's the day.
Yeah, I can't get up Sunday, but I did suggest if he wants to come down to the sausage, I might be at the sausage Sunday.
Oh, definitely. I should be up there Sunday, as long as the weather's good.
I've only got a few hours, so I can't really go out too far. All depends.
Robert Greenwood, I'm from Ayrshire as well, mate. We're from the same place.
We were just saying how good your videos was.
I can't. I don't like people saying nice stuff. I don't know how to handle it.
We weren't talking about you. We were talking about German Jobbies.
What was I going to say? Can't mind now. It's gone.
Hey, Peaky, were your Samsung still out your neck of the woods?
Is what?
Samsung still out your neck of the woods?
Yeah.
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 It's plenty of training courses.
Yeah, loads. Loads over
here. Yeah, well, I went on quite a few training courses at Samsung.
Yeah.
Back in the day.
Yeah, man.
We've got the research and development department there as well.
We're at the moment we're how can I fucking put this? We're gathering kit and ammunition.
Oh yeah.
At the moment,
he's gearing up for something.
Ukraine are running out because they're getting ready for that big push.
I'm sending it somewhere, but I can't say where. But
it's quite worrying. Did you see that mobile phone thing that they put out through the whole of Britain, that emergency thing and that? Now you're telling us
there's only two reasons they put that out, mate. One to say kiss your ass goodbye, you got 3 fucking minutes. And the other one to say is your taxes are going up. It's the only 2 fucking reasons they put that out.
No, I thought it was 3 things. You know, the other ones, get ready for a probing, boys. You know what I mean?
The aliens are coming.
Watch out for the big wave coming, are they?
What do you think? Do you think the aliens are coming? There's been loads of stuff brought out and all that, and the media and stuff about it. There's pilots
coming. They're all here
and stuff like that.
I'm
interested to know what you boys think about it.
Darren's off to bed because he's got to be in for 6:30. So have I, Darren. I've got to be in for 6 o'clock tomorrow morning. So yeah, thanks for coming in, mate. Have a word with Simon because Simon's got that bloody drift camera. Get that camera off of Simon. Yeah. But he should have popped up Super Sausage. We'll get Darren up bloody Super Sausage one Sunday. Bring his bike up.
He's too under the thumb on the Sunday. Don't forget Darren has his kids at the weekend and stuff.
Oh, of course, yeah, of course he does.
Not every, but I think this weekend is a bit under the thumb.
Yeah, Blake's. He said, Mr. Spears, you need to hang out with Peaky.
We'll have to meet up, okay?
Yeah, be the Me Too Owners Club, wouldn't it, Andy?
Chris, did you see what happened with the
snooker?
Sorry, what are you saying, mate?
I was just saying, did you see what happened with the snooker when that emergency tax alert went off? That Crucible.
No,
they had to stop it. Yeah.
I was going to watch the snooker, but then I painted a wall and watched that dry instead.
Yeah, they were.
Snooker's brilliant, Andy. Shut it. I love a bit of snooker.
The only time I used to like watching snooker was when I had a black and white telly because it was a bit more guesswork than anything else.
Oh yeah, the pink is next to the black. Yeah.
I used to watch the snooker with my granny, so that's why I still like watching it.
Yeah.
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 Well, you know why
What kind of
snooker
snooker were you
tables are
watching?
green, don't you? Did you know that, Chris?
What's that? Sorry.
Do you know why snooker tables are green?
This is going to be
I don't
really
know,
shit.
tell me why are snooker tables green?
Because if you had that many balls and someone hit them with a stick, wouldn't you go green?
Boom, boom.
Boom, yeah.
Oh, dear.
Watch the
That was
tumbleweed
shit,
roll
Rev.
past.
Fucking hell.
What was it with that bloody protester and all that orange stuff on the snooker table? Because it's the only thing that I've been watching.
Well, he'd been tangoed. He was advertising for tango, wasn't he? He just got it wrong. He didn't get slapped enough, if you ask me.
Yeah.
He's one of
You
those
know what
just
made me
small
laugh?
people.
Was the one on
You
TikTok.
know what?
What made me laugh was the one on TikTok when that bloke run over that fucking stop oil
Woman's
bollocks, run
fault.
over and broke it. That was funny as fuck.
Yeah.
Shame he didn't
Well-
run over her fucking head.
Yeah.
To be honest, he can claim self-defense with that because they were surrounding his car and that. The whole lot of them were.
He could have just said, I
Oh, yeah,
feared for my
accelerate.
life. I thought they were going to drag me
Yeah,
out.
I thought them alive. Yeah, that's what I mean. And he just stepped on the accelerator to get away from him, and he ran
Yeah,
one of
I
the
don't blame
road, didn't he? Ran over his
At the end of the day,
Right.
she had plenty of chance to move. If she wants to lay in the frigging road, she becomes a speed up. Fuck 'em.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Have you
well,
seen-
they're
have
the
you seen-
biggest bloody hypocrites going anyway, because there was one of them, they caught her out shopping. Like they were going, well, that avocado comes from here, that comes from there, that comes from this, and this. And she's meant to be one of the leaders of Stop Oil and all that stuff you're bloody buying.
And I bet they all turn up in cars.
Yeah.
Have you seen that one where they barricade the wagon coming out the depot?
Oh, it's
And
cooking oil.
Yeah. The woman goes, yeah.
Yeah.
It was what they're trying to achieve. And he went, you know,
It's about that's cooking oil.
and
It's
he went,
fucking
yeah,
brilliant.
it's a fucking it's a petrol or diesel. It's cooking.
It's fucking brilliant, that was.
There's
He was just laughing, wasn't he?
what's it? Old Beans on Toast, Toasty, because he does quite a flip with the old protesters in London. It's they're doing the old Stop Oil, and he rides round their banner and parks in front of it. And he went, "You're fucked now, aren't you?"
Is that Toast and Beans? Yeah, his channel's amazing.
Oh,
It's so
Beans on
funny.
Toast, Toasty's
Beans on Toast,
hilarious.
yeah.
He's like, "Hello,
Aye.
peeps, it's me."
He's brilliant.
He's brilliant, great. He's a really nice guy as well, so he's hilarious. His latest one, he was like, "Oh, what was it?" He said, "This is where so and so lived, and this is where in the same street." And he went, "I'm sure they were gay lovers," and I'm like, "Oh bloody hell, that's it in a knuckle." But Toasty's a good old boy. Yeah, not seen much of Premises because obviously Premises is over in Thailand at the moment. So he sent me a little message over in Thailand, and he's chatting up the Thai girls at the moment. So yeah, I said, just make sure you put the hand up
Chatting up the
skirt
tides.
first.
You can't tell if they're girls or not until the last minute.
Yeah.
Hello, just checking.
bidding on eBay for one.
You'd have to do the old what is it? What's it called? Old Paul Hogan.
Coffin drop.
Yeah.
And he checks the woman, then he grabs her. Just I'm just checking. Crocodile Dundee. That's it.
Crocodile Dundee. Yeah.
What you want to do is get yourself one of these little Thai girls that's about 4'10" high, so you can rest your pint on their head while you're chatting with your mates.
Don't you rest a pint on your wife's head while she's on her knees?
Nah.
I'll put it somewhere.
I rested between her
You're being
breasts.
shaken or stirred.
I'll probably lose my pint glass, mate. And my
Lovingly
shovel
slurp it.
Oh God, we've got about 10 minutes to go, and then I am going to sign off for the night. Are you going to carry on tonight, Peaky, or?
Nah, man.
Nah.
I'm fucking. I'm gonna go and get lashed.
Yeah, midweek mumble still on for Wednesday as always.
Yeah.
So-
So, I may possibly do it a little bit earlier, just so I can, because I've got a lot to do on Thursday at work. I've got to be up early.
Yeah, I want to know what Facebook is playing at because I've got reminders set and that lot for Peaky's live stream, and I don't get them until like an hour later. on my phone. It's come through like an hour later, and it's like
that's because you're set on northern time.
Peaky,
I
I want to know.
Peaky,
I want to know how we're going to track you. I want the details of this tracking thing. I want to track you, man. Round
yeah. Well, once it's going to get fitted to the bike on when it goes in for the
release
service.
The details.
You've not got a tracker on your bike anyway.
No.
Will you put a video on your channel or something like that with the details in it? Aye.
Yeah.
Good man.
Well, obviously, I'll put it on our group, but,
Aye.
and then you can just log into the. You could just click the link that I send, and then you can just fucking track them. So
later, German.
Yeah, man. It'll be fucking.
See you later, German.
See you later, German. Yeah, man. It's just one of them. It's just so you can. It's more for if anybody asks any questions later. Do you know what I mean? But,
I'm gonna be watching. I want to see where you are. I'll be keeping tabs. I'm gonna get a whiteboard up in the back of the room and all. I've got to be marking up your times and stuff.
yeah.
Wait, how many miles you've done each day and all that.
Yeah, working at the time, distance, and space. He was speeding.
I might run a bookie, boys, if he's wanting. We can all take bets and when he's going to finish and stuff and all that. I'll give his odds. And
the old form of command, won't it, with a plotting chart? Yeah, he's doing that. Yeah, he's doing it.
He'll have someone back at base with a little stick pushing it out on the map.
Pushing it off, like.
Point A, point B.
No, genuinely.
How many miles is it, Peaky? How many miles is it?
4,550.
83.
I was wondering, there's a couple of guys going to do it on monkey bikes, but they're only doing 2,000 something. They must know a shortcut.
Mate, I need their route. If they're only doing 2,000 miles, I need their route.
They say they're going to do it in 9 days on monkey bikes.
On mountain bikes.
No monkey bikes.
Oh, monkey bikes. No, mate. Honestly, like I say, it depends. I suppose it depends how close to the coast you're going. Do you know what I mean? So I'm doing it so I'm next to the coast.
Yeah, the problem is with a lot of English towns, English coasts, is you'll have a main road that goes through the centre of the town, then you'll have one that follows the coast, but you'll have promenade roads that actually run up past the beaches and stuff. Are you doing those?
Yeah.
You are?
Yeah. That's why
he will go through Largs, aye. He'll need to go through Largs if he's doing the coastal roads.
That's why I'm looking now at like the time scale. And like I said, I've got to do a minimum.
Log where you put the biker stickers.
Rocket. Say what?
Rocket.
I'm
sure that any log where you put the biker stickers, they've been sticking stickers up there, haven't they?
I think some people have stuck them up, but I don't know. I'm not really into this.
You better take one of mine with you, Peaky, and slap it on the old fence when you go past, will you?
I've got more than your stickers, and I haven't fucking own.
You going on?
I've just got a load of the old square slice motor ones.
Yeah. I'm going to say thank you.
Have you got any square slice ones, Andy? Because I've got a load in my bag. Oh, right.
I've got some, mate.
If anybody's at Super Sausage on Sunday, I've got three of them spare. Yeah,
they just don't stick to my tyre. I keep putting them on my tyres and they keep falling off. So I don't know
where are we? Here we go. Back there. Square slice moto.
Did anybody else get a beer mat?
Yeah, and I've got the little square.
Yeah,
the beer mats.
That's more like a bloody shot mat.
There's an actual beer mat. It's on a beer mat.
I didn't get a beer mat. Oi, Sprocket, get on the case. I want a beer mat for my bar.
And did you get
where do you want a beer mat from exactly?
Oh, I tell you what, I have.
Go find one.
What the fuck? I look like a gift shop.
John Diehard McLean. JDM's had an ashtray from Uncle Red because Uncle
Red's do key rings, boys.
Yeah, Uncle Red's doing the coasters, so these I've literally just done. But once I've done them, they come out like that. So you get a nice little.
I don't want one of them. It's got a wanky old sticker in the middle.
Yeah, just like you've got to have the sticker in it. But they sit nicely. Nice little coaster holder. So I've got a set of those. I've just got to brush the edges up on those for JDM.
Do some of them, Rev. Do some of them.
Yeah.
I'll pay you.
I'll send you.
Right.
Yeah. I tell you, it's great little fun because you get all the moulds. So
is it something you can buy? Is it a kit or something?
It's a kit. So you get, that's your little rubber mould and you basically pour the gel in the bottom. I've started doing balls now. That sounded
Me? Thing.
Comes in two halves. You put it together.
What
You
the
pour
fuck?
you pour your resin in, and you get an acrylic. You get an acrylic ball.
Oh dear!
What it does,
Be careful.
you sit the acrylic
fuck
ball
is that,
on a little
man?
LED light, and it's
Ominous,
got
man.
yeah, so it lights your balls up.
Oh dear!
I was going to say that reminds me.
Just don't do a demonstration on the live stream, will you?
But all you do, that's your resin, that's your hardener.
How much hardener? He's got a hardener for his balls.
Fucking hardener. He's got a thing that lights his balls up.
Yeah.
So
How much does the kit cost, Rev?
about 40 quid, and you get a litre of each.
40 quid to harden your balls.
It's fucking.
How long was you in hospital for when you used your Dyson ball cleaner?
Rev, does one have to shave his balls before they're hardened, or
No,
you just put them in as they are?
no, it goes in soft and then it comes out hard, mate.
But what he don't realise, it's a love egg for his missus.
Yeah.
That's what I've been going wrong all the years. I've been going in hard and pulling out soft.
Schoolboy error, Andy. Schoolboy error.
You know,
Fucking hell, Matt's crying.
I've been doing it wrong all these years.
That was hilarious.
Jesus,
That was
trust me, that's not the first time I put my foot in it, is it, Piggy?
No.
I think the last time was when the pair of us got pissed.
Let's
I'm
not
gonna have
go
to
there.
say to the missus, "Come on, we're going upstairs to make some coasters." I'm going in
Yeah.
fucking hard. I'm going in soft, but I'm coming out hard.
Oh, great fun. Yeah, but it's a good little kit. I've done her some purple ones for work.
How many for 40 quid? How many coasters do you reckon you can make?
I'm
That's what you
on.
get for working outside when you get
Oh
the.
God, I've done I think 10 coasters, and I've still got half a litre of each left. So I've
So
even
about
done one of me.
20.
I've even got one of me and her.
So that's £2 a coaster.
It's basically 2 quid a coaster, yeah.
That's like Prince Charles and Lady Di there.
I've got loads of the bloody things everywhere. So
Cut his missus off, his missus.
That's because he had that part folded up.
It fitted.
That a porno tash, man.
That was my very first one. I was like, yeah, I need to do it. I
It's that
need to do
picture
a
from
smaller
back in the
photo.
70s, Rev.
Uncle Red's been doing it a couple of years, so I've just got into it now. But it's good fun. It's good fun.
I suppose you could buy yourself some glitter and put glitter in there. And all.
You get the glitter kit with it.
Oh dear.
Yeah, unfortunately.
So you've got glittery balls.
And
Right.
Use
One I
them for
made
this
earlier.
coast.
and he's going to be
You
like
get-
a
Oh,
jazzle.
you get. I'll show you these in a minute. These are hilarious. So
He's going to jazzle his balls.
Fucking
that's your glitter, and you get all the colours with it as well. So you can dye up different colours.
lovely.
Now.
But
Oh.
the bit I didn't understand, they said, "Oh, don't forget if you're using the resin, it will stick to your fingers. So you've got to wear plastic gloves or." What I did, I used kebab sticks to stir up the resin, because you can cut them in half and use a kebab stick. So it works for me. But then these are bloody hilarious, because I was showing these the other day and they went, "What the hell are those?" They give you these. No, they give you a pack of these, so you get 10 in a pack.
Rev,
That's funny because you only get 3 out of the
Rev.
machine.
I will pay you, mate, to make a YouTube video where you
Right,
show
here
us
we
how
go.
to do
They
this.
give you
man.
these.
That
Watch
would be
this.
amazing.
They give you one of these.
Arts and crafts is big.
Oh,
And I went,
fuck it.
"It's for stirring the glue." And I went, "Yeah." I said, "But the thing is, when you actually take it off your finger and you unravel it," I said,
Don't lie, Rev.
"Do they use
You
these for midgets?"
You ordered them. They're your fucking condom supply, aren't they?
Rev, that's too big for you to fall off.
That's what I'm saying. It'll fall off. Yeah, but
that's why you've been married so many times, isn't it? That's your condoms.
Yeah, I said to him, I said, what are the rubbers things for? He said, you put them on your fingers. And I went, I was wondering.
You're having a posh wank.
Yeah. I'll send some to Charles for the coronation. Here you go, mate. Have one of those.
Don't
You
you
wouldn't have
find,
fit his sausage fingers.
Rev,
Yes.
question on that.
Yeah.
Don't you get? I'm trying not to laugh. Don't you get air bubbles in the resin? Do you know when you're stirring it up? Because a lot of people use a vacuum chamber to.
They use a vacuum chamber, but if you put, you can use heat on it. So just put hairdryer on it, let it get really runny, and the bubbles will just go to the surface. Then pour it. So give it about 20 minutes.
It gets so runny in those bubbles.
Get it hot and runny.
He's gone like a fucking beetroot. Look.
Mate, this is fucking hilarious.
It's dripping down the sides.
Oh, just think of the watch count now. It'll go through the roof. Forget the first part. Go into the last 10 minutes when Rev's talking about getting it sticky and wet.
And fucking condom fingers.
Lighting up his balls.
I've had to take my glasses off, they're steaming up.
Who was it? Military biker done a video and I was pissing myself and he's talking about his bike and maintenance or something. And he's like, "I remember to warm it up before you put your dipstick in and all that." Man, that's fucking pissing. And it was the music, it had like porno music playing and all that. It was fucking brilliant.
They're the best ones, aren't they? Right, guys, we're going to call it a night. It is 10 o'clock, so 2 hours on. Thanks very much, everyone, for coming in. If you've been in the side chat, oh, there we go. Blake's has just said, you just made me forget all my issues for 10 minutes. Everybody's going to go home with aching ribs tonight. I tell you, poor old Matt's cried his eyes out.
just screenshot. Just screen record that last 10 minutes, mate. Anybody can watch it.
It's got to be done.
Stabilisation for my laptop. Laptop's
You've got to go and watch Catherine Tate's interpreter sketch.
Yeah, definitely.
That will have you
brilliant.
If you've never seen it, Catherine Tate's interpreter sketch.
Anyway, don't forget Wednesday night. This guy over here, Peaky, midweek mumble, Scotty's Little Soldiers, and we're only 19 days away now, so or 14 days away. So
14.
It's 14 days away. It's going to be
today.
great. Matt, thanks very much. Andy, Grey Wolves, Chris, Sprocket Rocket, Super Sausage. If it's nice and dry Sunday, we will all see you up there for bacon and sausage rolls and a cup of coffee on me. Until the next time, though, guys, it's been a great Friday night. I'm going to go off and get ready for work. Whatever you do, keep your fingers sticky. Don't forget to shine your balls as well.
Don't dribble.
Make sure the bubbles are at the top.
Exactly. Get your bubbles to the top before you stir it.
Yeah.
But cheers, guys. It's been a great Friday night. Till the next time, though, be well. Have a great weekend, everybody. Ride safe. And from RB, it's a big goodbye from me. Take care, guys. Have a good one.